Hello and welcome back to the Performa Family Cooking Show. I'm Vanessa Edwards, here with my amazing husband Les Edwards and the infamous Chef D.
We couldn't be more excited to return to the Performa Family Kitchen. And boy, do we have some great recipes this season. Isn't that right, Chef?
Yes, we definitely do. It never ceases to amaze me the level of recipes that you all in the family submit for the show. And this season we definitely have some good creative recipes, very flavorful ones, and ones loaded with family history.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. From your kitchen to ours and our kitchen to yours, connecting over meals and stories is a special experience.
The recipes we'll be making today is first from Laura Moore, her Delicioso Zuppa Toscana. Then we have Jennifer Lokayts' Not Yo Mama's Eggplant, and Brenda Angelini's Easy Italian Cookies. First up is Laura Moore's Delicioso Zuppa Toscana. So right now what we have already is what you would do is you start by browning some mild Italian sausage, ground, not the sausage in the casing, with some bacon as well. We've already done that to save some movie magic, if you will. And then we're gonna be left with all that delicious fat and drippings and whatnot. Take out some of it if you like, but from there we set the sausage and the bacon on the side, and then we're gonna add some onions. There you go, sir. You can hand me that garlic, and of course some garlic.
There you go.
I like to saying, yes, Chef.
Yes, chef. There you go. See, you got all those nice brown bits in the bottom there. That's all the flavor.
Listen to that crackling there. It sounds great.
Then you're going to add some mushrooms. I've already sauteed these ahead of time to save some time.
What kind of mushrooms are those, Chef?
These are creminis or baby portobellos, which the recipe has, but you can really use whichever ones you want. It calls for sliced mushrooms. I cut them lightly just so everything's uniform in size and everything. So once these had sauteed a little bit, we're going to add our amazing protein back here. We have Italian sausage and the bacon. Now you could do turkey sausage instead. That would save a lot of calories as well. Or I know some people, they don't eat pork, whatnot.
What's key is bacon. You have to have bacon for any good meal.
So once this comes up and it comes really flavorful, we have some chicken stock we're gonna add. There you go, sir. And we're gonna add some diced potatoes. These are Yukon Golds, they've been peeled. So now that we're caught up and the potatoes have simmered and they've gotten tender, make sure you try them because nobody wants a crunchy potato, right? Now we're gonna add some baby kale to this. Would you like to do the honors, Les? There we go. Some in the soup too. A little bit in the soup if we could. The cutting board is vegan, I heard, but still.
This is what I get at home.
But you, just like the recipe says, you really wanna add that at the end. Cheers, guys, to the first recipe of the season. There we go.
Oh, this looks amazing. It smells amazing.
There we go.
It tastes amazing.
There we go, brother. You first.
All
Go
right.
for it.
Bacon and taters. Delicioso, very delicioso.
Chef approved for sure. And that is a great preamble to our next dish, our Not Yo Mama's Eggplant Parmesan. All right, Performa family, and now we're going to make a definitely chef-approved eggplant parmesan with the one and only Jennifer Lokayts.
Excuse me, Chef, it's not your mama's eggplant parm.
Oh, pardon me, Not Yo Mama's Eggplant Parm.
Well,
Pardon me.
Jennifer, do tell us, why is this Not Your Mama's Eggplant Parm?
Because we're gonna stuff it with all sorts of cheese. Everything's better with cheese. Fresh mozzarella,
Some ricotta cheese.
more mozzarella, breadcrumbs or have mozzarella in it, Parmesan in it.
So there's a little bit of eggplant somewhere in this dish, not for the lactose intolerance, all right? So I thought this recipe was very chef approved in that the techniques that are in it and things you do, firstly that you salt the eggplant after you slice it and that the way you peel it and that you don't take all the peel off.
No, I find that if you peel all the eggplant, it gets mushy. And if you leave all the skin on, that's maybe a little much skin, so good compromise.
Yeah, and I know a big thing with eggplant parm is that when you slice it too thin, it's a lot of breading and stuff, but this seems a little thicker.
Wait a second, Chef. This is not your mama's eggplant.
Not my mama.
The audience needs to see how thick this thing is. It's the size of a Whopper.
from this, we're gonna first put our fresh mozzarella on top.
There we go.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Now, Jennifer, I know you love to cook.
I do.
Rumor has it that you are working on your own cookbook.
I am.
So tell us more.
Super excited. You know, my family loves to eat. I have teenage boys. We like everything elevated in our family, so that's where this recipe came from. We had to bring it up a notch. So I'm gonna compile a cookbook and bring all the recipes up a notch and see if we can get it published.
That's exciting. That's exciting. So now that we have our fresh mozzarella laid on here, we have some ricotta. You can put dollops. This is just the chef thing I do with a pastry bag.
Awesome.
Now, if you don't have a fancy pastry bag, just go to the bakery in your supermarket and see if they'll hook you up with one. If not, use a gallon bag or a quart bag and just cut the edges off of it, and that'll work well also. A little more sauce on top. Now we have an oven already preheated to the 375.
Perfect. That looks fabulous.
Also, when you're prepping that eggplant, if you don't eat 1 or 2 slices, I don't know why you're in the kitchen, all right? And then we like a little more cheese action for you, sir. Why don't you do it up again? There we go. There we go. Bam.
Oh, I got a little more.
Yeah. We'll see how we did. Oh, wow, it's more than a piece.
Look at that cheese.
I want to make sure I get a little eggplant in there, you know?
Thank you, chef.
And just cheese, oh boy. Oh, don't forget the basil. Don't forget the basil.
Oh, the basil.
Oh, my word. I don't know if it's the skin or the cheese holding it together.
Wait a second, like our wedding day. We gotta do a crossover.
Oh, all right.
That's banging. That's banging.
That is good.
Wow, what do you think, Jennifer? We make Mama proud.
Mama's proud.
Amen. Well, thank you, Jennifer. This is a real treat, especially
for
growing up in
having
an
me.
Italian household. I love these Italian recipes that are from families. And speaking of treats, next we're going to be baking some easy Italian cookies from Brenda Angelini. All right, family, now it's time for dessert, our dolce of our Italian feast. And I have some honorary sous chefs here with us today, the Edwards boys. We have...
My name is Aiden, aka the Cookie Monster.
and his little brother.
Jackson.
And I'm excited to cook with you boys. So really straightforward in that we take a store-bought sugar cookie dough and we add some vanilla paste to it. And we also have some cream cheese and flour as well. So first I need my sous chef, Jax here. Can you hand me the cream cheese, sir? All right, some cream cheese. This is what's gonna make the cookies a lot more dense and a lot more flavorful. And then we need some flour. Because if we just added the cream cheese, the cookies would not, they'd flatten out, they wouldn't turn out right. We gotta add some flour too. Yeah, it wouldn't be fun. It'd be more like a pancake, if anything, all right?
We don't want pancake kind of cookies, right?
Now it's time to ball them up. So I'm gonna show you guys one little ball. Here, why don't you each grab a little bit of dough? You grab a little bit, just like that.
What do you guys say? Yes, chef.
Yes, sir.
All right, and this doesn't have to be perfect.
There you go.
Right on there.
All right, you want to
bring-
put your cookie on?
I'll bring it over to
Cookie
you,
dough
fella.
there.
There you go.
Now, chef, how many cookies does this actual batch make?
Well, I was pretty impressed. Brenda puts that you get 44, and I got just about 44, minus a couple because, you know, I got to eat some of the cookie dough. Make sure, you know, quality control, right? But I was really impressed. It was right on it. So you'll see in the recipe that these bake, like we said before, 11 to 13 minutes. But when they come out of the oven, you got to let them rest for a minute. And then you want to transfer them to a wire rack so they cool off. While that's going on, I'll show you just how easy it is to make this icing that we're going to have our sous chef Ace here make. So we have some powdered sugar. We're going to add some water to that once you get our whisk going. So the recipe was about, I believe it was 2 cups of powdered sugar and 3 tablespoons of water, but you want to go a little at a time because that's what thins down the icing. And if it's too thin, it's just going to fall right off the cookie. If it's too thick, well, you're going to spread it with a spoon instead of just dipping it. There we go. Look at that. That should be plenty there. Well, working on those guns, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Let me take that whisk. Can't lick it on camera. Thank you, Mom. I bet. All right. So we'll have a decorator. I'm going to show you one. We're just going to take them, get them in there.
There you go.
Let it drip a little, kind of flip it up.
What do you think, Jeff?
Deliciousness.
So you start that, and when we have a done one, feel free, buddy, to have
ahead,
some
have it.
fun with it.
Grab that
Those ones might not stick the best because the icing's dried, but these
try
ones, so
the
it's nice and fresh, will definitely
the
work
new one.
really well.
And twist.
There you go.
Lots of sprinkles. Good job.
There you go, guys. Let's get a few more, and then we'll have a good old taste test, right?
Looking good, boys.
There we go.
Dip and
More
flip.
sprinkles. Look at this technique. You just get one.
Dibs.
Oh, wow. Feel a lot of
Job
love
with
in
the
there.
decorating. Very nice.
Oh, we got the whole crew here. Who invited you? All right, guys.
Choose one. There you go.
So good.
I almost want to dip in more icing. All right.
This is Cookie Monster fruit.
Oh, he heard it. Hear it. So, family, there's no better way to wrap up our Italian meal that we've had today than with some good cookies, wouldn't you say, boys?
Yes.
Thank you to Brenda for this recipe, and also thanks again to Laura and Jennifer for sharing your recipes as well.
And a big thank you to Chef D for showing us how to prepare these incredible dishes.
No problem, guys.
And remember, Performa, join us next week for another exciting episode of the Performa Family Cooking Show.
Until next time, fam, don't forget to chef it up!